What's up, guys? Welcome back to Let's Play Deus Ex 3. So, we just went to Tyndall's apartment and found out that someone was trying to kill him, so that's very encouraging. We should find him and let him know what's up. And because we got the information from his computer, we will know that he is going to be right over here, waiting to deal that neurophazine off the streets. Not really deal it, just sort of give it away. As he'll tell us when we talk to him. Sorry, that's a spoiler. But before I would do that, I want to go ahead and sell my excess weapons and equipment and stuff. Mainly just the excess machine pistols I keep picking up. And the shotguns, because I can get a few extra dollars after selling the entire gun and then picking up another one instead of just picking another one up and getting more ammo for the same one. It's just a more efficient way of making money that way. The stun gun is out of ammo, so I'm probably going to drop that off in my apartment. But, here he is.
Jensen? What are you doing here?
I think you know why I'm here, Tyndall. I want Corella's security footage back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm Seraph Industries' chief of security. I'm pretty sure I can find out about an edited security tape, so don't bullshit me.
Ah, shit. Listen, Jensen, I never wanted things to get this bad. I'm not a bad guy. I feel for Corella, I really do. But sometimes, for a good cause, you have to get your hands dirty.
Oh, there's a good cause now?
Oh, I see. You think I'm selling the stuff, right? I understand why this would seem like an obvious motive, especially to an ex-cop.
I still don't really understand why he wouldn't, why he is so upset that that he'd want to sell out the other guy for not wanting to help him with this illegal task.
You think everyone
It's like, sure, I don't want to be breaking the law,
No.
like,
Shit happens.
I don't want to
And
be
then what?
stealing.
You're saddled with neurophazine injections for the rest of your life, and that shit costs
It
money.
seems reasonable to me.
But what choice do you have? Without
But
the
no,
drug,
he has to
you
go and
die.
blackmail him anyway.
Rejection syndrome, crippling pain, that just ain't right. So I did the only decent thing to do. I stepped up.
I can respect that. But blackmail is still blackmail. Corella wants out, and I'm here to make sure he gets out.
Man, this whole thing is becoming way too much trouble. I've even got 2 local pushers on my back because they say my philanthropic actions are undercutting their profit.
That's not your only problem. A gun-toting client was waiting.
Yeah, we had
for
to
your
take him
apartment
out.
earlier.
Really? In my apartment? Shit, the dealers probably sent him. Tell you what, I'll deal with the client later. You take care of the dealers, and the footage is yours.
Okay, I'll help you out. But you better not be playing me.
You give me way too much credit, Jensen. I'm a security tech, not a hardened mobster. The 2 pushers go by the name PG and BK. They hang out in the alley near the basketball court. Just make sure they never bother me again.
Deal.
Okay, so we're going to get rid of them by any means necessary. Now, the method I'm going to use to take them out is one you've probably already discovered. Actually, yeah, on second thought. Yeah, I think I'm going to actually go get the sniper rifle. Yeah, I want to go get the sniper rifle on top of the gas station that I mentioned earlier. If you didn't watch the previous part where I first showed it off, then I'm going to go ahead and get it again. And if you got the enhanced jump height, we can just jump on top of that container right behind Tyndall there. But if you don't have it, then obviously I showed off the way in the other video of how to get up there by just simply wall hacking your way through this door up here, using the code that you're not supposed to have, and the door you're not supposed to be able to hack through because you don't have level 4 hacking. So I just sort of gave you guys the code anyway if you wanted to cheat at this part. But mainly I'm just doing this because I don't have the high jump height yet. I will be getting it. So if you want to get the sniper rifle now and use it against these guys, then you'll have to have the high jump height in order to get to it, unless you want to use that code and be a cheater, and which I have enabled you to do. Anyway, I mainly just want to do this so I can not only sell the sniper rifle for some extra cash, but just demonstrate it, because for the rest of the game I'm probably going to be using the silenced sniper rifle, but I owe it to you guys to at least give a demonstration of the normal one, and to make sure that I'm really the only reason why I'd use the silenced one is so I can get my money's worth out of it, and because it has some perks to being silenced, but I don't want to you know, hoard something that is unique away from those of you who may be playing the default version of the game without the DLC. So I might as well go ahead and use the regular sniper rifle to prove its worth. So there's the two guys down there that are trying to kill him. They're just kind of hiding out in the basketball court there. And they're like mere feet away from Tyndall. Like, for two guys that are trying to kill him, you'd think he'd want to keep his distance a little bit more, but no. And obviously, as we're perched up here on this fire escape, the sniper rifle is ridiculously good against them, as it should be. So with little to no effort to dispatch them, we want to go ahead and hide in here, wait for the alert to die down a little bit, because the people around us are suspicious, to say the least. So there's the guys we took out earlier. There's just nothing left for me to loot there, so moving on. The sniper rifle was loud, so they didn't get a chance to fire back, but since it was on silence, that everyone in probably the nearest couple miles heard that thing. So but over here is something else I want to demonstrate while I'm in this apartment. And this is another weapons dealer. If you don't like the selection that the other guy has, this guy has a different selection. And another reason why I'm here above all else is to get this other Hugh Darrow ebook. So go ahead and mark that one off my list. I'm not sure how many that makes now. We almost have all of them in Detroit here. There's only a handful of them left. And so apparently they are not calming down very quickly. I'm just going to run away here and wait for them to go back to normal. Yeah, he doesn't want to seem to lay off his guard there. So I can't talk to him while he's on guard, apparently, because everyone is alarmed. There's a safe in here. I'm not sure if I try to hack it, if the other guy will, like, start killing me. So I might just ignore that for now. I'm going to walk away for a little while and wait for the alarm status to go away. There we go. Okay. This guy's not nearly as much of an interesting character. He has next to nothing to say. And I'll go ahead and sell the sniper rifle to him. It sells for quite a lot at this point in the game, because we'll never really need to use it again once we have the silenced one. And I want to go ahead and buy the silencer. That is his unique upgrade that he has that no one else has at this point in the game, which is pretty nice. And I want to go ahead and equip that on the pistol, of course. And that guy still wants to mess me up, so we're going to ignore him and go ahead and equip that on the pistol. So now it's silenced. So now we have essentially the ultimate in stealth combat, which is the silenced pistol, by being able to silently kill people and have much more ammo than the actual non-lethal weapons. But I'll talk more about that later, because there's another weapon upgrade I need to get for the pistol pretty soon. But I'm not going to talk about too much about the pistol and its uberly overpowered state until I have everything for it that I need. So the two guys had some weapons of their own, so I might as well pick them up and go sell them as well. Where's the other guy? Here he is. Let's see, where's his regular shotgun? Yeah, this is the regular shotgun. I don't know if I demonstrated it before, but it looks pretty cool. It's not a pump action, but it does have a sort of a drum mag almost. Now that we've taken those guys out, we can go ahead and return to Tyndall.
Look,
and
I told you. If you want me to
complete this quest for the most part, or get it to the point where it's ready to be completed.
I've taken care of the dealers. Now hand over the footage.
Thanks, Jensen. Listen, I know it's not something you did from the bottom of your heart, but still, you saved my ass. Here's your footage.
Listen, Tyndall, I know you're trying to do the right thing.
This is another point in the game where I'd like to mention how I just love with the dialogue how every choice that you make is right in some way, or it feels like it has something about it that is an opinion that could be agreed with by somebody, to where you'd want to see all the different options, and it's not based on morality, and it's not based on being right or wrong. It's just based on your own personal view of how you'd handle a situation based on a relatable situation. So I like that. I like all three of the things that Jensen says there. Of course, the one I selected was the my personal favorite. So anyway, let's go complete this quest. I want to go ahead and sell the machine pistol. I might take the regular shotgun back to my apartment just to hold on to it for a little while. I should probably demonstrate it eventually, but I probably will not. I won't. Like I said, I won't be using the regular shotgun in this version. I will be using it in the Missing Link, because the Missing Link will not have the double barrel shotgun. But there are some pros to the regular shotgun. The fact that it has obviously a 6-round clip initially that doesn't need to be reloaded every 2 shots like the double barrel, and it also does not have a nearly as ridiculous spread, especially when blind firing, which is the main drawback to the double barrel. It is horrible at blind firing. This guy had some ammo. Which I really don't need. I really don't feel like backtracking again to go sell that ammo, so I'm just going to drop it because I'm trying to do this as efficiently as possible, and I'm being sort of an efficiency whore by doing so, if that's the proper term for it. And doing these side quests in such a non-linear manner has probably proven to be quite confusing. But it's finally time for me to go over here, which is the alleyway near our apartment, and pick up O'Malley's hidden weapon for the O'Malley side quest, which is right over here by this trash, and it's a crossbow. Awesome. I'll go with the crossbow. It's always a nice way to make a silent takedown, or whatever the guy says in the original Deus Ex. And crossbow is pretty much a staple weapon from the Deus Ex series, and it's quite nice in this game, I will admit. I'll probably demonstrate it soon enough, but that is the weapon he wanted us to kill that guy with. Of course, we're not going to do that. Now, you can bring that crossbow to the quest giver and return it as part of the quest, but I obviously want to keep it, but I'll mention that again when it's more relevant. Meanwhile, we've gotten everything on this side quest, so I want to go ahead and complete it by talking to Cassandra over here and give her all the information we got on Megan's case.
So, what did you find?
And you can choose to give her these pieces of information in any order you want, because you have to give her all of the pieces of information to complete it. So,
oh my God, Megan. What do you make of this, Adam?
I don't know exactly. I guess the idea was to leave no traces, no DNA evidence that would link back to them. But it just seems a bit too convenient. An officer assigned to the case was asked to get rid of a major piece of evidence. Footage from one of our intellicams showed fuzzy images of the attackers bringing something inside the labs.
What? What were they bringing in?
A bomb.
I don't know.
No, just kidding.
But for someone higher up to want that evidence gone, it must have been important. There were only 3 people who got out of the labs alive. Me and 2 others. One died in the hospital a few days later. The second one, a lab tech, was ready to give a detailed description of what he saw. Funny thing is, by the time the investigators got to him, he couldn't remember.
And neither of those 2 characters will be mentioned ever again.
I don't. Not from the reports I've read. I think someone got to him first. Someone in the government, a man named Manderley, ordered that a specially appointed medical examiner perform the autopsy.
And obviously the reference to Manderley is that of the original Deus Ex, again proving a way that the games are tied together, because that character will never be mentioned again through the rest of the game, so there you go. So that's kind of a spoiler for those of you who are familiar with the Deus Ex series. That kind of spoils who the villains are in this game, but if you're completely ignorant of the Deus Ex series, then
somebody with power.
Well, it's still spoiler free for the most part. Whatever you do, just don't. Oh, this right here is very important. If you want to get the achievement for the side quest, you have to give her the bracelet.
I wish I had more tangible answers.
Actually, I take that back. If you want to get the achievement, you have to keep the bracelet rather. I'm going to give it to her in this version because I already have the achievement. But I didn't know that the first time through the game, so the first time I completed the side quest, I gave it to her, but you have to keep it in order to get the achievement. That's the way it works. And like I said, that's very important because you can still complete the quest and everything and not get the achievement because it's based on a choice. And the choice is you have to keep the bracelet. That's why it's called sentimental value.
I read the reports. She didn't suffer, Cassandra. I can promise you that.
And like I said, there is a achievement related to all of these side quests, and some of them are choice-based like that, or the means of getting to them are very unique. So I will be mentioning that whenever they're relevant.
Don't worry, Cassandra. This is not over. I don't know how or when, but I will get to the bottom of this.
I mean, that's like the whole point of the game, right?
But please, be careful. It's strange. I thought knowing what really happened would make me feel better. But nothing will ever justify this. My daughter is gone, and I'll never get her back. I wish I could be sure she gets justice.
Trust me, she will.
Okay, so we finally completed a side quest, and of course the others are still near completion now that we're going up to our apartment. And the reason we're over here is there's actually several reasons why we're here. One, it's going to progress the main quest. Two, we were already in the area to complete that one side quest. And three, I want to, well actually 3 or 4, I want to go and drop off all of my weapons here and create sort of a private weapon cache here.
Home, Mr. Jensen.
Damn, Jensen's got a nice apartment. I'll be honest, viewers, this is one of my favorite locations in the game. I love his apartment. This place is awesome. I would love to live here. He's got a huge-ass TV, which is constantly playing Picas, because what TV isn't playing Picas in this game? There's some painkillers hidden underneath the box over here. And if we interact with this computer, that will further the main quest. And there's a drawer over here with some combat rifle ammo and a combat rifle right next to it. And he's got a bunch of cereal and a bunch of get well soon cards on his table there from when he was out sick from the augmentations and everything, all the surgery. So right here's another combat rifle. I'm going to leave this combat rifle here, though, as part of my sort of display for my weapons cache here. And I'm going to drop all my weapons that I'm not going to carry with me here and go pick them up whenever I want to switch out my setup. So this is just something I like to do, just to sort of keep the feeling of having sort of a collection of weapons. And if there's a part in the game where you're uncertain of whether or not you'll have access to a weapon, you can always just keep it and stash it here or stash it wherever else you want to in the game. And that's what I like to do. I mean, certain weapons you're just better off just selling, or if you've played the game multiple times, you'll probably know where certain weapons are going to be. I'm just going to go ahead and use this damage upgrade and give it to the double barrel shotgun, because that's actually going to prove to be a lot more useful than if I were to give it to a lot of other weapons. Like I was thinking about giving it to the pistol or the Magnum, but when I get the Magnum, it won't really need a damage upgrade, honestly. And obviously, I want to stash all my ammo there that is not to a weapon I'm using now. The combat rifle I actually want to pick up is right over here. So now it's hidden underneath that box. So now we actually have our trusty combat rifle back. And something you may notice about it is it doesn't have the laser sight that it had at the beginning of the game. So the one we had at the beginning of the game during the tutorial level was actually a slightly modified one. It might have also had a damage upgrade as well because it had a slightly different sound effect. So now into the cutscene to progress the main quest. Go ahead and hook up that neural hub.
Pritchard, the hub's connected.
I know. Now be quiet and let me concentrate.
Yes, ma'am.
His name, Pritchard, not his entire genetic history.
That's not his DNA. It's the data he was trying to steal from us before he... My God, Jensen. Your suicide hacker didn't kill himself.
You obviously didn't see his brain splattered all over the floor.
No, you don't understand. The wet drive modification in this chip, it allows someone to hack through you. It turns you quite literally into a human proxy.
Like, you couldn't tell that from the fact that he said help me right before he shot himself.
Actual hacking.
Exactly. And whoever it was tried to hide his location by using multiple satellites. But I may have just traced him to here. An abandoned factory complex in Highland Park.
Get me the address, Pritchard. Because if we're lucky, whoever pulled our terrorist strings might still be there.
Okay, so the location of that is in Derelict Row, which is somewhere we'll have to go anyway. So that's why I didn't go in there yet, because I didn't want to backtrack like 3 times to that place.
Let me guess.
But on our computer, there's a secret code, and the secret code goes to a secret thing. This secret thing is our secret stash. It is secretly located behind our giant-ass TV.
Territory.
And that's pretty awesome. Another thing that's awesome about his apartment, God, I would love to have this apartment.
Right.
I don't care that it's dark and gloomy and foreboding. I want to collect everything that's over here. And the most important thing that's over here is the armor-piercing round system for the pistol. We're going to go ahead and clip that. And now our pistol is a beast, and it will be forever a beast for the rest of the game because of its ability to armor-pierce. So I've dropped quite a few weapons over here, and I'm going to further expand my setup now that I have the combat rifle. That's going to become a permanent addition to my inventory for the rest of the game, and our pistol looks pretty badass now. And I will be demonstrating it soon enough. There's one more thing I want to get for it, which is another laser sight, but we'll be getting that soon enough. I don't think we have any laser sights yet, but we'll be getting quite a few. I want to get as many as possible. Yeah, he's telling us about the secret stash there that he installed that system for it, so good for him. So that's all I wanted to do in my apartment there. There's a Hugh Darrow ebook in there as well.